Hi, I'm Greg Vinal, the Fishing Molds guy. Hey listen, if you've ever wanted to start making your own hard plastic fishing lures like crankbaits, jerkbaits, stick baits, topwater lures and so on, then I've got the resource for you. Now don't be fooled into thinking that you need to buy mail order kits to make professional quality hard-bodied lures, and don't think that you need special tools, equipment or materials that are expensive or hard to get. I've been making hard plastic fishing lures in my home workshop for over 10 years, and I make the molds myself, so I've always got as many lures as I'll ever need. I use the simplest of tools that most people already have in their home or can get hold of cheaply, and the materials I use are cheap and readily available at the local hardware store or fiberglass supply shop. Now of course over 10 years I've learned a lot of tips, tricks and techniques for making these lures, and I've put all this information and a whole lot more into a concise, easy to follow instructional guide with step-by-step colour photographs to make the whole process as simple as it can possibly be. So right now you can download 10 years of secret tips and techniques in just a couple of minutes, and you can start making great hard-bodied fishing lures today. So what's in the book? Well, I start by teaching you about hard bait design, because you want to know that the lures you make will do precisely what you need them to do in terms of swimming speed, action, diving depth, angle of attack and diving angle. There's no point making a mould and churning out hundreds of lures unless the design's right and the lures are working effectively. Once you've designed a lure, I'll walk you through making a prototype from which you can make moulds. Now moulds like the ones you see in this photo sequence cost $2 to $3 each. Some of the larger moulds might cost a little bit more, but they're still pretty cheap when you consider how many hundreds of lures you'll get out of each mould. Now at this point in the book I'll tell you about a very simple yet secret technique that you can use to literally explode the number of lures that you make. When I discovered this technique, my lure production quadrupled almost overnight. Finally, of course, I'll show you how to use your moulds to start making masses of high quality fishing lures. I'll give you some tips on painting them and fitting them with bibs, hooks and rings. For me, an average hard bait for bass, trout, barramundi or salmon costs around about $1, and that includes the hooks and rings. Now surely that sounds like a good investment of your fishing dollar. Now I really want you to succeed at this, so as well as making the process as simple as possible, when you download my book I'll also give you some free bonuses, which includes this great book of fishing lure templates that you can use to make either wooden or hard plastic baits. This next sequence of photographs shows 4 of the lures in the template book, but there are 8 more to choose from, so you've got a dozen detailed hard-body lure patterns to go back to year after year, and these are my proven fish takers. You'll have all the details about body shape, size, bib and toe point configuration and recommended hook and ring styles, and you'll know what to expect in terms of the swimming characteristics like dive depth, swim speed and angle of attack. Now these templates will steer you on the road to early success, but of course you can always modify them to suit your own needs, or you can start from scratch and design your own custom baits. Now I'll also give you this classic article that takes the superstition out of lure colour selection by explaining the scientific facts about how light behaves in water, and therefore how fish see colour. You'll be surprised to find that some of the theories about lure colour can't possibly be correct if you understand the science behind them. This really is a must read for anyone who's serious about catching more fish on hard baits. And finally you'll get this mini ebook that contains 65 tips for getting more out of your plastic hard baits. It's packed with lots of short, simple tricks that are used by the pros to entice more fish to their line, and it'll certainly help you to overcome some of the challenges thrown up by lure fishing at times. Look guys, this is fantastic value, and when you consider that the whole thing comes with 100% money back guarantee, you really can't go wrong. Download it now and start making mountains of great lures today. See you on the water.